All right, let's do this thing. Today we're gonna finish it up. So we've basically got the whole game kind of working as intended. We're missing a score. I think it'd be fun to kind of have a, score maybe at the top, maybe middle or right. I'll probably put it over on the top right somewhere. That counts the number of pipes that we've been through, and then that score should probably reset when we die. And I think that's it. We could add like a start button and make us click the start button, but I don't want to. And so, unless the score thing goes real quick, I'm not planning on adding a start button. Besides, like, who wants to have the extra time of the start button? I don't want that. I just want to score. I just want to put a score, guys. So yeah. Should be pretty straightforward. All we need to do is be able to write onto the canvas. This is okay. So far, we've done a little bit of like console debugging, right? In fact, like here, my line 133 says console.log. And that's great. We could definitely keep score in the console, but I don't want to have to play this with the console open. That seems a little bit ridiculous. I want it right there on the game. So nothing in what we've done here we've never put text on the screen, right? This is all there's definitely stuff there. We're adding a ball, we're adding a pipe, we're adding the bird. We got all this wonderful stuff. We're definitely doing a lot with the canvas, but we're not putting any text on the canvas. So this is a new thing, right? Like what we're gonna do is open up like W3 Schools, and we're gonna search here. We're gonna go Java script text canvas and canvas text. Okay, here we go. Let's see if you guys can see this. You guys can see, yeah, you guys can see most of this. So drawing on text. To draw text on a canvas, the most important properties and methods are font, which defines the font properties, fill text, which has the text in the XY positions, and then the stroke text, which has the text in the XY, which draws filled text on the canvas, and this one draws text on the canvas without fill. So for example, here we go. We have right here our ctx.font. 30 pixels and it's Arial, and our CTX fill Hello World at 10 and 50, which is great. I don't like the way that looks, so I like this. Let's just grab that. So we can come into our code again. Oh, no, that's not our code. We can come into our code again and write, oh gee, where should I put this? We should put this in the same spot that we're adding all of our other things. So here's our update, right? We could have a, well, this is drawing the background, it's drawing the bird, it's drawing pipes, it's drawing detect collision. Well, it's not drawing detect collision, but it's detecting collision. And then these two lines are adjusting the gravity on the bird. We could put it there, and let's just go ahead and run this. And now we have Hello World right there. It's purple, which is a thing. I guess it's purple because the pipes are purple, and we haven't set the pipes to anything else. So, or we haven't set the like fill color to anything else, and so we might need to worry about that a little bit later. I can find, this is fill style right here. That's what we want. Copy that. We can put our fill style, and we can put this in as, let's just go plain old simple black. Save that, run it, and now we've got black text, and our text is on top of everything. We don't actually want to say hello world. We probably want something like the number of points that we've got so far, so that would be a 0. So far so good. Now the number of points is going to change, so eventually we're going to want to have a variable in here. And our variable is going to be probably a number, right? So let's go ahead and come to the top of our code and make ourselves a variable. Let's go ahead. These are our pipes. Let's go ahead and put it after our pipe variable. Let's go var. Let's call it score. Let's set it equal to 0. All right. And then down in here, sorry, that was really quick. Sorry. I've just made a variable called score. I'm setting it equal to 0. This is all happening sort of initializing before the program runs, before the game runs. We're setting our score equal to 0. Now, at some point, I'm going to need to update that score, but right now, I want to come down to where I'm drawing the score and just make sure that I can put in, instead of quotes 0, I can just put in score. Because if I can do this, run it, I see 0. This is good. So if I go up and I change score right now in the code to like 100, that 0 should change to 100. And if I've got that working, then I can happily go and adjust the score, change the score when I pass a pipe, right? So I'm going to come back to my variable here. There's my score. I'm going to make it a 10. I'm going to run it, and now I have a 10. So that means that my variable and my printing the thing out is working very well. So again, to refresh, what we've done here is we've made a variable called score. I set it equal to 10, but I'm going to set it back to 0. So my var score, and var or var, it's a variable. It's a variable, so I call it a var. Anyway, var score, and there I go, calling it var. Apparently, it's like a GIF and a GIF. I don't think it is, though. I think mostly times it's called var. Anyway, but I don't know. I don't hear a lot of other people talking about their programs. Anyway, I added one line of code there. Down here in my update function update, I've added 3 lines of text, 3 lines of code, setting the fill style to black, setting the font to 30-point Arial, and setting the fill text. This is where we're actually drawing the text. This is my X and my Y position at the top left corner of where my text is, and then this variable is what is being printed out, right? So my variable here being score, and now I just need to update my score. So if I run this, again, I changed my score to 0. So if I come down to probably, here's a couple of options. So let's play the game really quick. Let's click over here. Okay, so if I hit the space bar, I go up, yeah. If I bounce through those things, hold on. Okay, so that would be a score. Do I want to have the score like on before it disappears, or I could have the score show up when it leaves because it's leaving, bloop, right there, it's leaving, and then I could have it when it leaves, or I could have it add a score when I pass through the pipe, right? And I think in the end, there's probably just as much distance between the passing of the pipe and the ending of the pipe that it doesn't really matter. But I like the idea of getting it when it passes through the pipe. And so let's go ahead and where am I passing through the pipe? So that's where I'm looking for my collision detection, right? And I've actually got a function called detect collision. So right in here, here's my detect collision function, and this is effectively, if it's happening, so if the X is in the right spot, we're going to check the Y locations. If the Y location's in the right spot, we're going to basically restart. If it passes through this, right, then we could have another if statement right here. So let's do this. Let's put a little comment here. Plus score, add 1 to score, right? We can do well, let's just do an if, and then let's think about where we want this to be. We want our right side of our pipe over here. We want the right side of our pipe to be on the left side of our bird, which I think is this section. Right? We might need to adjust this because that says that it's greater than it, and we're going to want it less than it. So right here, let's just go copy that, put this in here. And actually what we want is we basically want to see if it's equal to it. At that one instance, then we want to add 1 to our score. So we can just go score and plus equals 1. And what that will do is it will add 1 to the score. And then our score is going to be 1, and the next time it happens, it's going to add 1 to the score, and the score is going to be 2. This plus equals is in effect saying score equals the previous value of score plus 1, right? So these two lines, 90 and 91, are the same effect of the code. But programmers are a little bit lazy, and we will make things more complicated if it saves a couple of keystrokes, and so we use the plus equals. It works, but we don't need that. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put my S back there. Let's run that. Let's see if I can get a couple of scores here. Okay, there's my 1. Oh, so far so good. Okay, I'm not very good. Oh, my 1 is staying put. So there's 2. You know, when I reset, I need to reset my score again. So I just see there it is at 3. So right here where it says restart, I need to say score equals 0, right? And that will reset my score. Yeah, let's try that again. So here I am at 0. Let's get through one of those. There I'm at 1. Let's see how far I can get. Okay, so I can get to 1, and then I'm reset back to 0. So that's good. That is great. Yeah, I feel like I just made a score, guys. Congratulations, us. That's all I wanted to do. I'm just going to play this for a little bit. You know what? I'm really bad at this. I need to make it easier. Guys, I'm going to make it easier. The pipe gap. I'm going to go 12 times the bird radius. Run it. Nice wide gaps here. And again, I'm making it easier because I am not good at playing this game. And I want to feel like a successful human. So I made it easier for me because I can change the code. It's not cheating if you change the code, guys. Let that be a lesson for you later on in life when you, feel like maybe you should just change the code. Make life easier because I'm having a lot more fun when I'm winning. Actually, it feels like it's not nearly as difficult anymore. And maybe this is too easy. But I don't know. I feel like, well, I could dial that in. Maybe 12 is too much. 8, I felt was like just a little too. Oh, shoot. I got to 12. Well, all right. Not bad. Not bad, guys. Thanks for playing. Feel free to adjust your pipe gap. Send me your JS fiddle. I'd love to see all of you guys doing this. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to set it as the base. My address up here hasn't changed. So if you're watching a previous video and it's linking to the code right here, you're going to see the code in its finished form. But thank you all for playing along, and I hope you have a great week. I'm done with this whole Flappy Bird thing. I'm done with it.